Hi guys, I'm Amy's Makeup Box and I'm here today to answer some of your questions that you've sent in to BBC's Instagram account. So let's get started. So what made you get into makeup? So from a very young age, I was always the go-to girl that you went to put on eyelashes or do a winged eyeliner. So I knew that I was capable of doing makeup from an early age, but it wasn't until I got really poorly and the only thing I was allowed to do was paint my numbers and do makeup. So I used to sit there and practice all my makeup stuff. So that's how I got into it. So what's one thing that you did that really changed the way your following grew on Instagram? So I like to have a little niche with my videos, so I like to edit them in a certain way. I also like to do close-ups of eye makeup looks or lip looks, and I got noticed for doing my eye looks, and all you would see is just my eyeball. You'd never see my full face. It was just my eye, and everybody used to message me and say, "This is you," and I'd be like, "How can you tell just from like my eye colour?" But yeah, so I used to do that, and that's what got me known. So I think you just need to look at the market and think, what's missing, what can I do differently, and that will get you known. Next one, how can you tell the honest reviews from the paid ones? So I think with anything that an influencer does, we have to tell you guys that it is an ad and we are getting paid to say this, but you have to just believe in that influencer. You're following them for a reason, so you have to believe that they're only taking on that sponsorship if they genuinely like the product and they're giving you an honest review. But again, it's up to you. Like, you can trial and test the product yourself and you can make your own mind up about it. How do you deal with hate? That's a tricky one because I wear my heart on my sleeve, so a lot of things do get to me, and I have had a cry in the past, and I think that's fine. But you have to remember that, you know, they're just trolls. Half of them probably don't even follow you. They probably don't even know who you are. So they're just there purely just to take the mic and just be mean. So yeah, you have to kind of grow a bit of a thick skin and just realize you're never going to see these people, so it doesn't matter. Do you think that the world of social media is oversaturated with bloggers? I think so, but there's still room for more. I feel like any industry becomes oversaturated. You know, you put out one mascara that looks one way and then another company will probably copy it but change it just a little bit, but it will be the same thing. You know, it's like a white t-shirt. They're still the same from Zara, H&M, Topshop, like the white t-shirt. So I feel like yes, but there's room for everybody. You just have to bring a uniqueness to it to stand out. How do you cope with being in the media? To be honest, I have to be real. Like, I don't really, although saying that, I do have a bit of a scary story. We swear someone broke into my apartment. Yeah, so that's kind of scary. And when you find out that people know where you live, that's a whole different thing. But I think for the most part, I'm really lucky. Everyone that I meet is really lovely, really nice. I don't, you know, feel scared or worried to walk down the street like I know some influencers do, so I feel like I'm really lucky. The only thing I will say is you can never win. Anything you put out there online, you can never win, and I'm a people pleaser, and you're never going to please everybody. So I might say one thing that you might find funny but someone else might find a bit offensive, or, you know, but that's my sense of humour. So I feel like you've just got to be aware of that side of things if you are going to go into this career path. How's the best way to earn a living through social media? So it's completely different, the two platforms. So Instagram is very much a company will come to you and say, "Hey Amy, we've got a new launch coming up. Could you possibly try the products out? And if you like them, would you like to do a sponsored video? We'll pay you X amount for this amount of work." And then you say yes or no, you'll take it on. With YouTube, it's a different world. So you get paid for views, but I mean, it's pennies per view, like it's literally nothing. So until you've probably been on YouTube, I'd say like a year, and have built up a background of videos, that's when you see yourself getting paid. You have to reach a threshold of £60 to even be paid from YouTube. So yeah, it took me about a year and a half to even get paid from there, and I wouldn't say it's a massive amount of money. It's just like probably like a decent, I'd say, part-time job pay on YouTube. And then also you'll have the same thing as Instagram. So someone will be like, "Hey Amy, could you film with this like eyeshadow palette and we'll pay you X amount." So that's how they work, but it's not an overnight thing. You have to work for free essentially until hopefully a company will pay you to do something, but that's once in a blue moon. So yeah, we do work for free half of the time, but yeah, if you love what you do, then it won't feel like you're working. So when you get sent PR, do you have to put it up on your social media? So this is like a tricky situation, and this is where the pressure comes in. So if a company gifts you products, they essentially are hoping that you love the product and will hopefully use that product in a video or tutorial. Sometimes I get PR and I haven't put it on my Instagram stories, and I'll get emails saying, oh, we didn't see this on your Instagram, just checking like you've got it okay. And it's just like you feel like them nudging you, being like, hey, you've got to post it. And actually I think that's when it becomes saturated and it feels like everything's just put on your followers. And I personally like to use a product, and if I love it, I will then tell you about it later on in a YouTube video. It's kind of the same with my favourite foundation now, but I used to hate it. I hated it for 6 months until I figured out what primers work well with it, what concealers work well with it, and now I love it. So I feel like that's just the best way to go around it, and especially for a company, because it's better for me to say I love this product than being like, oh, look at my PR. Like, it makes more sense to me. So yeah, I feel like when companies nudge me, it makes me want to post them less, because I just feel the pressure and I'm like, oh, I'll do it on my own time. The sass comes out then. Yeah, sometimes I have actually recently, a company invited me to an event, and you know, they were like, yeah, and on the day of the event I was like, hey, just checking like what time you need me tonight, because I've taken like the whole day off. I never got a reply, so I never went in the end, and I seen that the event still went on, and I was like, hey, just letting you know that if you do want me to come to an event, or you don't want me to come to an event, can you please let me know, because I took the whole day off.
Oh man.
And to travel to London. And
so it's just like a blanket invite that they just sent out? No,
they sent it out, but I think they must have over invited people for a dinner, and then they just like chose like maybe the people that got like higher followers, or Love Island lot were there and stuff like that, and I think they'd rather have them there, which is fine, but I'd rather them just say, hi Amy, really sorry, but like we've overbooked our seats, and just letting you know so you don't travel. I could have travelled all the way to London and just turn up and be like, hey. So yeah, I thought that was really bad. Your makeup is amazing, thank you so much. And what is your skin prep? So recently I've actually changed it up a little bit. I don't normally like to use serums or oils, but because it's winter time and we've got like heaters on and the radiators on, your skin gets really dry. So I have been loving using the Drunk Elephant oil. I think it's an all-day oil. So I put that on at night or before I put on my makeup, so then it looks glowy and not really dry and cakey. So yeah, I've been loving doing that, and I love Liz Earle products. I find them really nice and they work with my skin. So Christmas related, what's the best beauty related stocking filler to get someone for Christmas? I mean, my palette. It's worldwide shipping. So yeah, I'd say something, if they're into makeup, then definitely an eyeshadow palette that's more neutral, because I feel like if you get a neutral palette, then they're going to use it loads. If you get something with a blue or purple eyeshadow in, they probably won't use it every day. So I feel like that's a really good start. Also, self-promotion, I'm doing a masterclass on the Pier actually in March. So if someone's really into makeup, it's only £30 a ticket. So I feel like they could learn quite a few things. So if you want to be a makeup artist, you want to get into the industry, it'll be a really fun day out. So yeah, I feel like something like that would be fun. Even if you get someone like bath bombs, I love things like that. Laura Mercier do a really nice like honey smelling bath, I don't even know what it's called, cream. It's really lovely. So anything like that I think always goes down well with a Christmas stocking. So that's it for the questions, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget you can find me all on my social media platforms, and it's all Amy's Makeup Box. It would be really nice for you to join me on those platforms too. And I hope you have a lovely Christmas and a happy new year, and until next time, I'll see you very soon. Bye bye now.